Hey everybody, Dave here, and I just wanted to do a quick little kind of a hack video for keeping track of resources for Imperial Settlers Roll and Write. Now, if you are familiar with the game or if you read on the forums, there's been kind of some people have said, oh, it's hard to keep track of resources. Well, you know, when you're initially playing the game, these are the resources that you have and the number of actions that you're going to be able to take. However, there are additional buildings that are going to give you additional resources. For example, here, when you're gaining food, or if you are gaining additional resources here, like gold that you can use as a wild, or if you're harvesting resources, it can be a little bit difficult for you to keep track of that, as well as being able to gain additional actions and things like that. Because as the game progresses and you're able to fill out these blueprints for these settlements, these things are going to be able to change. So you might be able to get additional actions, additional wood. So if you have like a copy of Pandemic Legacy that you have played through, you can use a lot of those cubes as resources for this game. And if you already have the game, it's going to be free. And you can get additional pieces as well. So what I have done is I have grabbed a number of different resources from different games or things that I've upgraded. So these, so you see that the food is red. They look like apples or tomatoes. Well, we've got red cubes here. This is our food. These can be used for our gold coins, or if you actually have coins, you can use these. I think these were ones from Clans of Caledonia. I actually upgraded to the metal coins for my game, so I can use these. So I have a gold coin there. Here we go for stone, and you can use a different color, but I actually had some little brown wooden cubes that I'm using for my wood, and then I actually had some crystals from another game that I'm going ahead and use for my actions. So let me just show you how this works for a turn. And so I'm going to roll my dice, and I have 3 actions, and then I have a wood, a stone, and a gold. So what I'm going to do first thing is I have 3 actions. So I'm going to grab these 3 crystals, and I'll put them over there. Those are going to represent my actions. And then I actually have a gold coin, and then I have a wood over here, and I have a stone. So now I know what resources that I have in front of me, and as I go through, and I will go ahead and spend them. Now, let's say, for example, over the course of the game, that I would have this farm built. Well, if I look over here at the beginning, okay, oh, at the farm, okay, well, now I'm going to have a food each turn. So now I know that I have these resources to spend. These are the number of actions. So I could be like, oh, hey, you know, for one of my actions, I'm going to spend one of my actions and one of my wood, and I'm going to be able to cross off this particular space over here for the settlers. And I can choose to spend an action and a stone. And I remember that. Then I am like, oh, well, I have 2 of these things left. What do I want to do with that? Let's say, for example, I was further down on one of these tracks where I needed to have 2 food. Let's say I was all the way up here. I could use an action and use those 2 things to cross this off. So it's a great way for you to be able to keep track of your resources by repurposing a game that you already played. Especially, like I said, if you have a Pandemic Legacy, there's other little tokens and pieces that you can use to keep track of your actions and your resources. So just a little idea that I wanted to share with you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.